Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here. The lab coat's on back order, and it's time for this week's news update video thingy. Now, we actually didn't have one of these last week because it was an In the Lab strategy video for the new Fates Collide expansion. So there's a lot of news to mention. Some of it is pretty timely, so I want to try to get this video recorded fast, get it uploaded, get the information out to you guys because there's something special ending tomorrow. So I want to get this out as fast as possible. But before we get to the news, let's talk about the question of the day. But before we actually get to that, let's talk about the fact I've got a booster pack once again this week. As I always mention at the start of the video, I have a booster pack I'm going to open towards the end of the video. This one is getting to the good stuff, Breakthrough. It's going to be a 10-card pack, and of course, as always, the Pokemon TCG online code card in this pack is going to go to a lucky viewer who participates in the question of the day for this week, which I will give you at the end of the video as I open this up. But, as my tradition currently is, I'm doing the recap of last week's question of the day and mentioning the winners of the booster pack code cards from last week's video. And last week's question was, who is your all-time favorite superhero and why? And I got a lot of good information, a lot of good feedback. I said in some of the comments there's not a lot of heroes. I shouldn't say not a lot, but there are a number of heroes that I'm not particularly well-versed in, and more so DC than Marvel. I know a little bit more about the Marvel than the DC characters, but I was actually learning some new things about some characters that I've heard of, didn't really know much information about. But we'll mention the winners of the code cards, and for the Roaring Skies booster pack code card, the winner was Truth Be Told 1983, who says, "My all-time favorite superhero has always been Wolverine. Just because he's always been such a tough guy, for PG purposes, I'm going to sort of dress up the comment a little bit, with no offense. But anyway, he's always been such a tough guy, and with that healing factor, he's even more tough guy." So, Wolverine's pretty impressive, and I liked in, I forget, it was X3 or X-Men 3 The Last Stand, when, spoilers, if you haven't seen that, feel free to skip the next, say, 20 seconds, but when Jean Grey with the Phoenix is like just basically decimating everything on the island, it's only Wolverine that can stand up to her. He's walking up, his flesh is getting like just burned away and all this stuff, but his adamantium skeleton keeps him alive, and then he heals back, so basically he's an unstoppable force of godlike power at that point, as she was also. But anyway, I liked in, I think it was Spider-Man Web of Shadows, a video game that there's symbiotes going all over Manhattan, and at one point one of them actually attaches to Wolverine, and you basically have a Wolverine Venom, which is kind of scary when you really think about that. So, congratulations to Truth Be Told 1983 for the Roaring Skies expansion, and he also went on to leave another comment mentioning how the background music in the strategy part of the video talking about the cards was a little bit too loud, criticizing my video, and let me tell you something. I really appreciate feedback like that. See, when I put the video together, I wasn't exactly sure if it was too loud, because parts of it might have been, but I could hear what I was saying. But the other thing is, I know what I said. You guys don't. So getting some really good constructive feedback, criticism like that actually helps me make the channel a little bit better. So thank you, Truth Be Told 1983, for letting me know your opinion on the music, and I'll know to tone it down for the future videos. And the winner of the Ancient Origins booster pack code card goes to Shepard FTW for the win, of course. And they commented, "I would have to go with Captain America, because number 1, he has real superpowers, number 2, he cares about others, and number 3, he wants other people to not be tested on because he knows what it is like. Honestly, I love Cap because of his great personality and his kind heart for others." And I commented in response saying, like, I agree with that. It's the noble spirit of a hero that makes him the hero. Wanting to do the right thing for everybody, and sometimes at their own expense. Like, how many times have we seen superheroes just fall in the line of duty to save the world, basically, right? So anyway, the good spirit is definitely a good thing to have for a hero. So congratulations to Truth Be Told 1983 and Shepard FTW for winning the code cards from last week. But again, for a chance to win the Breakthrough code card, stay tuned for the next question of the day coming at the end of the video. But let's get into all this news right now. So in the world of the video game, of course, I guess the biggest mention would be the fact that they have released, or Pokemon has released, a new trailer for the upcoming Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon. If you haven't seen that yet, get out from under that rock you're under, go to the Pokemon channel and check that out. You're going to see the new starter Pokemon, and a sort of introduction into the new region, the Alola region, and the tropical setting thereof. I'm not going to do a full breakdown of the trailer because I've already done that. There's a link in the description to that video where I actually did a little experimentation to see if I can actually have live face cam as I do videos, and I can in a way. It's not perfect, but I might want to try doing some of that for more reaction kind of videos, like if a new trailer comes out at some point this year, which I'm probably sure is going to happen, because they like to let us know what's going on. I'll see if I can do more sort of face cam reaction stuff like that. It makes me feel more like an actual YouTuber and not just some guy throwing stuff together, putting on the internet, which I guess YouTubing is. But anyway, so a little experimentation, trying to make the channel a little bit more professional looking, and it actually worked out pretty decent. I kind of cut my head off at the top of the frame, but I know that for next time to actually sort of aim it better. But anyways, as I said, there is the trailer there. One of the biggest things to note from the trailer, not just the starters, is the release date that they gave us, and it is currently slated for November 18th of 2016 for Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon to come out. I think it's a worldwide release, they said also. So it's pretty exciting, and I'm hoping to be able to get through the Pokemon Blue playthrough, as well as all the other generations that follow in time for Pokemon Sun and Moon. I might have to start actually doing like 4 or 5 videos a week to get things uploaded, but we'll have to see how that goes. Alright, so in other news, about the rating battles in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. As I mentioned before on the channel, the rating battles in the ORAS games are set that you have to have Pokemon bred or collected in Gen 6, which means they have that blue pentagon on the data screen to be able to use them. Well, in Season 16 of the rating battles, nothing's changed. You still need to use Pokemon from the current generations, which means the Pokemon that I've been using in the battles and I'm collecting now in the Pokemon Blue playthrough, I can't use them in rating battles. So, what that means is for the current, foreseeable future on the channel, everything's still going to be free battles, but that's okay because I'm having fun with that as well. But my plan is, hopefully, as soon as we hit 1,000 subscribers on the channel, and last I checked we were at 625, so we're moving up there slowly. Once we hit 1,000, I want to start doing viewer battles with you folks out there. Setting up maybe a time for a weekend or something and getting a whole bunch of battles recorded and maybe release them throughout the week or maybe scattered over a couple weeks. And because that way I can use all the Pokemon that I want in a certain format like a direct friend battle. So definitely when we hit 1,000 subscribers, I want to do a whole bunch of landmark stuff when we hit 1,000, and that's one of those things right there, viewer engagement battles. Now, another big mention is the Johto Classic. I alluded to this in last week's Pokemon Omega Ruby Rotation Battle video. I didn't do a full news update on it yet, but there's still time to get the information out, which I'm happy about. So the Johto Classic sounds similar to the Kanto Classic from a while back. In this, you're going to be able to use some of your treasured Pokemon from the first 2 generations of games. So it's going to include Pokemon numbered 1 through 251, excluding the legendary Pokemon. So Mewtwo, Mew, Lugia, Ho-Oh, and Celebi. They will not be permitted, but every other Pokemon will be allowed. And the best thing for me is Pokemon brought up through the Pokémon Transporter are going to be permitted. You don't need that blue pentagon, which means this gives me another format to show off some content on the channel. So I'm really thinking I want to get into the Johto Classic. And I say no legendaries. You actually cannot have any Mega Stones either, much like the Kanto Classic. No Mega Evolution Kangaskhan to worry about, which is nice. And let me see here. So the registration period for the Johto Classic begins on Thursday, May 19th. So this Thursday coming up. It's going to run until Thursday, May 26th. So you get a full week to register. And the participation limit is 50,000 participants, subject to change, first come, first served. And I've sort of registered early on these competitions, but I don't know if you'd ever really fill out the max, but it's possible. I mean, there's more than 50,000 people in the world, right? They don't all have the games, but, there's a lot of people. Now, the battle period itself starts on Friday, May 27th, and goes until Sunday, May 29th. Now, the battle format is single battles, like the Kanto Classic. One slight deterrent for me wanting to participate, I'm not going to let that stop me, is the fact that you only use 3 Pokemon out of the 6 that you register. I really like the Kanto Classic because you brought a whole team and the whole team worked together, but now this is the standard format of single battles with only 3 Pokemon entering the battle. If you go in with the wrong 3 compared to your opponent, you're just pretty much probably going to lose unless you're really good, which I'm hoping to be at some point. But anyway, yeah, 3 Pokemon per battle. I'm definitely going to give this a try anyway. I'm going to say right now, I'm making a point to mention in this video, I'm going to enter that Johto Classic because if no other reason, there is a participation prize for completing 3 battles. The participation prize is everybody's favorite Pokemon from Gen 2, Whitney's Miltank. Yes, we can get Whitney's Miltank's power on our side for once, and I'm stressing this a little bit too much because I never really had trouble with Whitney's Miltank. I think it's because when I played Gen 2, spoilers for the eventual Pokemon Silver playthrough, I caught a Heracross. Kind of destroyed that whole gym. But anyways, Whitney's Miltank has gone down in history as one of the most nefarious Pokemon you've ever had to face in the entire franchise of the world of Pokemon. And you can get this as a participation prize on your own team. Whitney's Miltank is going to come with, or come at level 20 with the Scrappy ability, so you think you can bring a Ghost type against it? Forget that. You can still just Scrappy your way through that. The moveset is going to be Stomp, Milk Drink, Attract, and Rollout. Each one of those that I just mentioned probably felt like a dagger through your heart as you remembered that battle, but Rollout, yeah. If only it had Defense Curl too, could you imagine? But anyways, so the Johto Classic is definitely going to be interesting to participate in, and if for no other reason than just to get yourself Whitney's Miltank. Now, in celebration of Pokemon the Anime XYZ, the series in which it's going to feature Zygarde with all its forms, and what else they mentions in that? I can't remember. But the Anime XYZ, there are some special mystery gift downloads, which is what I want to mention because they're timely, and I'm actually late on this, unfortunately. But in your Pokemon Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire game, and I think X and Y maybe, I'm not sure, you can actually get 3 legendary Pokemon of the Kalos region downloaded with a special little feature. First of all, the bad news is, for those of you that might have missed this because I was late last week, but there's other news sites that, you know, give this information out, so hopefully you didn't miss out on this. From May 2nd to May 8th, Zygarde was being distributed, and from May 11th until tomorrow, May 17th, so get on this if you haven't done this yet, you can download Xerneas Shiny. Yes, they've released Shiny Xerneas as the mystery gift download. You can get that in your collection if you log in. Mystery gift, download via internet, get that as soon as you can. And from May 20th to 26th, try this again because you're going to get Shiny Yveltal as well. So the 2 main legendaries are Shiny. Zygarde isn't Shiny, but you've already missed out on that if you haven't actually got it yet, so that's no problem. I'm sorry about that. But the Shiny Xerneas, Shiny Yveltal, definitely nice collection, or nice additions to your collection if you can get them downloaded. Now, also along with the celebration for Pokemon the Anime XYZ, we have 3 new Pokemon TCG Shiny Kalos tins. Now it's going to feature those same Pokemon, Zygarde, Shiny Yveltal, and Shiny Xerneas, and they actually have, these are actually, you know, Pokemon EX of course, that's what the tins tend to come with. Now they have the same attacks as you can see here as the standard Pokemon EX that came from the booster packs. The X and Y base set had the Xerneas EX and Yveltal EX, so the same attacks as for them. And the Zygarde EX actually is the one that just came out in Fates Collide, and these are all new art foil promo cards. So you can add them to your collection as well, get some nice power. Each tin comes with that promo, 4 booster packs of the Pokemon TCG, and an online code card to unlock that Pokemon EX in your online game. And I remember when I got the Blaziken EX tin, the code card actually unlocked a fully put together deck as well, so you might get a deck with those as well if you get the code card from the Shiny Kalos tins. If you do, actually let me know, leave a comment and let me know sort of what the deck is built up of. Maybe I'll pick one of those up and try one on the channel as a video. So anyways, there's a lot of other stuff that came out in the TCG as well, which I was late on. First of all, we do have, as is the standard tradition with a new expansion, the Fates Collide Elite Trainer Box. As you can see from the image here, you get to pick up 8 booster packs of the new set, 45 energy cards, that's 5 of each type. You get your player's guide, 6 damage counter dice, 1 competition legal coin flip die, which is basically a 6-sided dice, heads or tails sort of thing. You get your 2 acrylic condition markers, a nice collection box with 4 dividers, and an online code card to unlock the, I believe it's you would unlock the card sleeves and the deck box of the Fates Collide art. And I really like the art. I'm seriously considering picking up one of these Elite Trainer boxes because purple is my favorite color, and the card sleeves come purple with Mega Alakazam on the back, so that's definitely a draw for me. Now, possibly the bigger information as far as the Pokemon TCG collections go, available on PokemonCenter.com starting July 1st and going until September 1st, a Pokemon TCG Generations Elite Trainer box has been announced. This is going to come with pretty much all the same stuff, but you get a special foil promo Shaman EX, and I'm imagining it's going to be the set-up ability Shaman EX because everybody loves that card so much. You also get, instead of 8 booster packs of Generations, 10 booster packs of the Pokemon TCG Generations expansion, and 45 energy cards with a new look. And I don't know what they don't expand on what they mean by new look, but I'm assuming it's the cards energy from the Generations packs where it has like the horizontal lines, just a nice little stylized version of them. So you get 45 energy cards of this new look, and again the same stuff. You get your player's guide, the 6 damage counter dice, the coin flip die, 2 acrylic markers, the box, the dividers, and an online code card as well. And the card sleeves, I haven't seen them yet, but it's a black and gold print version of the Pokemon 20 logo of Pikachu's head with all the different, well, I don't know if you can actually see it, hopefully it'll focus, but the, actually there's a big one back here, the Pokemon Pikachu face. I don't know why I'm showing this off, I'm sure you know what it looks like anyway. I just want to show off the Darkrai expansion. or collection, not expansion. Imagine a whole Darkrai expansion of nothing but Darkrai EX, maybe Delta Species Darkrai. Anyway, Darkrai break. I'm way off track, but the Generations Elite Trainer Box is available at PokemonCenter.com starting July 1st till September 1st. Now, the last collection to mention is the new Mega Mawile EX Premium Collection, and you can see that right here. You get your foil promo card of Mawile EX, Mega Mawile EX, and the oversized foil card of Mega Mawile EX. You also get the Mawile Spirit Link, which is nice. You get one of those in this pack. You get a special collector's pin and coin featuring Mega Mawile, 6 booster packs of Pokemon TCG, and an online code card to unlock all these Mega Mawile collectibles in the online game. And we're going to take a look at those cards right now and talk about the strategies, because last time I mentioned one of these collections, the Ash Greninja, I didn't think to go ahead and get the card images to talk about strategies. So let's right now take a quick moment out and talk about the Mawile EX and its Mega Evolution and mention some strategies. And this is the Mawile EX with 150 HP, a little bit on the lower side compared to some Pokemon EX. It's a Fairy type, and for 1 Fairy Energy, Smack does a basic 20 damage. For 3 Fairy Energy, Wonder Bomb does 100, and Flip a Coin. If heads, discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. And whenever I'm looking at Pokemon attacks, I like to consider how much energy for how much damage. So basically, each Fairy Energy you attach to Mawile EX provides over 30 damage to power up that Wonder Bomb. When you Mega Evolve into Mega Mawile EX, the HP goes up to 190, so again, on the lower side as far as Mega Evolutions go, but it's got some pretty good power behind the Twin Grapple for 3 Fairy Energy, 130 damage, and Flip 2 coins. For each heads, discard an energy attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. So you get to basically do double the Wonder Bomb and 2 chances to discard energy. Now, 130 damage for 3 energy means you're going to be doing, how much is that? Over 40 damage with each of those energies attached, but you might want to actually consider combining Mega Mawile EX with Florges from the Breakthrough expansion. The Calming Aroma ability, each of your opponent's attacks cost 1 Fairy Energy less, which means you're going to be doing 65 damage with each Fairy Energy attached to Mega Mawile EX with that ability in play. And that's going to bring us to the end of this week's Pokemon News Update video. It's going to end off with the question of the day as I prepare to open up the Breakthrough Booster Pack. So your chance to win the code card I pull out of this in just a moment. You can answer this question of the day in the comments below and just leave hashtag QOTD with your response, so I'll know what's going in there as the response to the question, of course. And on Sunday, I never think to check the date. I'm going to say Sunday, May 22nd. I'm going to be doing the drawing of the code card that comes out of this, and randomly select one person who responds to this question with that hashtag QOTD. You're going to win that code card. The question is, what are your opinions on the new starter Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon? So just leave me your response. Let me know what you think. Type-wise, because for the first time, I believe, we're getting another dual-type Grass-type starter, whereas the other two have a single type of Fire and Water. So what are your thoughts on the typing? What do you think that the type might be what they evolve into? What do you think the designs are going to look like? Are they going to be like really sort of traditional, basic classic, like Charmander into Charizard? Or are they going to go way off the top and go, for example, from Tepig to Emboar, with all the overly designed aspects of it, like the gold things? I don't know. I've said before, Gen 5 is a little over-designed in some of the Pokemon, so... Anyway, what do you think the designs are going to look like? And basically just give me your feedback on that. Now, for me, I'm going to say, I've been seeing a lot of, I don't want to say hate, but a lot of dislike of Popplio, and that personally hurts me. Not really, but I've always been a Water-type starter trainer, and I'm not going to be any different in Gen 7, so Popplio is my choice, but I really like all of them, and the names, I think, are a little bit interesting in some cases, like Popplio. I'm not quite sure where that comes from. I'm thinking Pop because it can pop a bubble, and it's a sea lion, so Leo, so that kind of makes sense. I feel the name Litten is a little bit too close to Litleo, because I was talking about Litten in the video last week, and I almost said Litleo by mistake. So anyway, I'm sure I'll get used to saying the two different names. And Rowlet or Rowlet, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Obviously, the name Owlet, or the Owlet part of the name comes from the fact that it's a baby owl. And Row, I'm not exactly sure, but I just thought about it before starting this video, and since I've never heard of a professor tree, I've never heard of a Rowan tree before, but since all the professors in Pokemon are named after trees, and we have Professor Rowan, then Rowan, or Row, might be what relates to Rowlet, or Rowlet, I'm still not sure how you pronounce it, but the R-O-W part of Rowlet actually probably comes from whatever tree Professor Rowan is named after. So I really like the designs of these. They're pretty simplistic for the start. Generally starter Pokemon are, and I'm interested to see what they evolve into. And I like, at first I kind of thought it was weird that Poplar has such a big nose, but I kind of like that because it makes me think of a seal in the circus, which it kind of looks like, balancing a ball on top of its nose. So all that being said, I really like the designs of these. I'm not sure what they're going to evolve into type-wise. I made a little mention in that video from last week that what if the Legendaries, quote, that they showed us are actually the final evolutions of the starters? Because we have Litten, a cat, we have a giant lion-looking Pokemon as the Legendary, so that could be a connection. We also have Rowlet, a flying-type starter, and the Moon Legendary has wings. What if that's what Rowlet evolves into? That's a little more far-fetched, I will admit, but you never know. Game Freak could throw some crazy stuff out there at us and just not show us what Poplio's final evolution is yet. But I have a hunch those are not going to be the evolutions, of course. They probably want us to see the Legendaries. So all that being said, I think the designs are pretty cool. The names, I'm going to get used to them, I'm sure. Some of them are a little bit not super amazing at this point, but you know, I don't want to say that. I think Litten's actually a pretty nice name. It's a cute little kitten Pokemon. But all that is out of the way. I'm now going to go ahead and pop open the Breakthrough Booster Pack and get the code card out and see if I get any Break Evolutions from this pack right now. So let's not waste any time. Let's pop open this Breakthrough Pack right now and grab that code card off to the side until Sunday, May 22nd for your chance to win by participating in that question of the day, which I just gave you a little while ago. So let's see if we can actually grab this card here. There we go. So, whoops, it's the other way. Let's just slip this off to the side. So, now, let's see what I get out of this. And if I recall correctly, Paris, I think, is in this expansion. And I'm still looking to get one more Paris for my Ho-Oh EX and Golduck Break deck. So let's see if the luck is on my side today. We start off with a Doduo with the Doduo delivery. There's two Doduo in this expansion. They both have Doduo delivery. It's kind of hard to say. We have a Remoraid. We also get a Snubbull. Next is a Magnemite, and the final common card is going to be a Pikachu. The uncommons begin. We have a Floette. Here is an Assault Vest. Oh, that's nice. I have this in the online game, and I was using it for Gengar, and I could actually include it in the real deck now. We have a Braixen with a Flamethrower. It's funny, Braixen's been represented a lot in the past couple expansions. Now, the reverse foil card is going to be, oh, nice. I love using Bridget. Search your deck for one basic Pokemon EX or three basic Pokemon except for EX and put them right on your bench. Definitely good, and it's a nice reverse foil. The rare card of the Breakthrough expansion is going to be Mewtwo EX. Nice! 170 HP, of course. It's got Shatter Shot 30 times. The amount of psychic energy attached to this Pokemon. Damage change. I love this. Switch all damage counters on this Pokemon with those on your opponent's active Pokemon. And I was battling one of these online. If you're not going to be using if your opponent is not using Pokemon EX against you, generally the non-EXs have lower HP. The more damage this Mewtwo EX takes, if it takes more damage than the opponent can hold, you can use damage change, get a full heal on Mewtwo EX, put those damage counters on the opponent, you're going to knock that out, the damage is now gone. Definitely a very good card to have. We're going to stand you back to Dark. You know what? You're probably not friends with Darkrai. Actually, no, you're weak to Psychic. You're good. Alright, so that is my pack opening of the Breakthrough expansion. No breaks, but I did get an EX, so I guess I can't complain about that. Now, for your chance, as I say, to win this code card, and hopefully get some good luck in the online game as well, just respond to the question of the day and use hashtag QOTD in your comment. Question is, what are your opinions on the new starter Pokemon in Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon? Leave that comment below with the hashtag, and on Sunday, May 22nd, I'm going to draw one person to win that code card. With all that, I want to end off this news video, edit it, and get it up as fast as we can, so we can all get our shiny Xerneas downloaded before it goes away tomorrow. I want to say thank you for checking out the news update video. Feel free to come back to the channel tomorrow for a little bit more grinding in Pokemon Blue as we get some more Pokemon trained up, trying to speed back to the main part of the game. We're almost there. There's only, I think, 4 or 5 more Pokemon I'm going to be doing before continuing the story. Hopefully I can get them all taken care of in tomorrow's episode. But I'm going to end off the news right now. Thank you for checking out the news update, and I'll catch you next time.